Welcome to SPCC Plan Training. This quick and easy training will explain how to prevent and respond to used cooking oil spills at UVA. Let's get started. You might be wondering why you are here. Let me explain. UVA stores a lot of oil on grounds. Oil is stored in above ground and underground tanks, emergency generators, hydraulic elevators, transformers, and even containers of used cooking oil. It all adds up. As a result, UVA has developed a Spill Prevention Control and Countermeasures, or SPCC plan. The SPCC plan details how UVA stores oil, inspects oil storage containers, and responds to spills. As part of the plan, staff who handle used cooking oil on UVA property are required to be trained on how to prevent and respond to spills. Your safety is the most important part of the process. When working with warm or hot oil, you want to ensure your body is protected from accidental drips and splashes. Personal protective equipment, or PPE, is essential. Routinely check to ensure that PPE is available in your area and inspect the PPE before wearing it. Do not proceed with oil handling if the PPE is not in good condition. Depending on your location, you will want to use elbow or shoulder-length gloves designed for working around fryers. You will also want to wear protective eyewear such as goggles, safety glasses, or face shields. A heat-proof apron should cover your torso down to your knees, and some areas may have optional chaps to provide additional leg protection. Confirm with your manager the appropriate PPE that you should be wearing for work in your area. To prepare for removing the oil from the fryer, first turn off the fryer and allow the oil to cool to the appropriate temperature before attempting to handle it. Check with your manager to confirm what temperature is appropriate for oil handling at your location. Make sure there are 2 staff members present for all of the following steps. After the oil has cooled, be sure to follow the manufacturer's filtering and draining instructions for the particular fryer you are using. This may involve opening a drain valve or may require using a ladle to manually remove oil from the fryer. If you are unfamiliar with the procedures for removing the cooking oil from the fryer, stop and ask for directions from your supervisor or manager. 2 staff members must be present once you start draining the oil. Use caution following these procedures, as fryer oil can be hot, heavy, and slippery. Drain the oil from the fryer according to the manufacturer's instructions. If the fryer has a drain valve, you can use that for draining the oil. If there is no internal drain, carefully dip out the oil using a long-handled metal ladle or dipper designed for use with hot liquids. Transfer the oil to a heavy-duty container with handles or other means for lifting. That heavy-duty container should be metal, nothing that can melt like plastic or crack like glass. A 10-gallon stock pot is a great example of a suitable container for transferring oil. Some locations may have specialized containers specifically designed for oil transfer. Use as many heavy-duty containers as needed to contain the contents of the fryer. Be sure not to overfill the container. Once all of the oil is transferred to the container, cover the container with a lid or plastic wrap to prevent spills while transporting the oil. If your cooking oil transfer container does not have wheels, transfer the container to a utility cart for easier transporting. Be sure to place a damp towel or rubber mat on the utility cart to keep the container from sliding around. Double check that the pathway between your current location and the used oil storage container is clear before you begin transporting. When you have a heavy container of hot oil, you don't want to encounter any unexpected obstacles along the way. Before transferring the oil into the used oil storage container, confirm there is enough empty space in the container to receive the oil. You want to avoid overfilling the container and causing a spill. If the container is full or doesn't have enough room to hold all of the oil that you are about to transfer, notify the manager on duty. Leave the transfer container securely covered and in a location where it will not be tipped over. Be sure to come back and transfer the container as soon as the used oil storage container is emptied. Once you've transferred the oil, be sure to close the lid and close any valves or pumps as applicable for the used oil storage container at your site. Be sure to wipe up any drips on the ground so no one slips. First things first, your safety is the most important priority. Do not put yourself in harm's way to respond to a spill. If the spill is very large, very widespread, or you're not comfortable cleaning it up yourself, call UVA Environmental Health and Safety for help. More about them on the next slide. Generally, any cooking oil spills that you might have will be small enough that you can clean them up on your own. Whenever there is a spill, one person should remain at the spill site to prevent others from walking through it and slipping. The other person should go get towels, rags, soiled linens, whatever is handy, to contain the spill and keep it from spreading. If your area has oil solidifying powder, you can also grab that to apply to the spill. You can throw away any oil-contaminated cleanup materials by putting them in a plastic trash bag, tying off the bag, and throwing it in the dumpster. If you have a really large spill that you're not comfortable cleaning up on your own, or you have a spill outside, don't hesitate to call UVA Environmental Health and Safety for assistance. They are very helpful in situations like the one shown in this photo, where a 55-gallon drum that was serving as an oil storage container was tipped over and spilled. You can contact UVA Environmental Health and Safety at 434-982-4911. If you do have an outside spill, please try to contain the spill to keep it from spreading. Those drains on the side of roadways and parking lots go directly to our local streams. It's important to quickly confine spills and protect our local waterways. Thank you for your attention to this training today. Congratulations! You have received an SPCC Plan annual briefing and are trained in basic spill response. If you have any questions about today's training or need additional information on the topics covered, please contact your manager or UVA Environmental Resources by emailing storm-water@virginia.edu. Thank you!